Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new, warm welcome. And if you're liking it, give it a big thumbs up. Comment, share, and subscribe if your heart desires, and I do appreciate it if you do. Thank you so much. So this evening I'm gonna just go ahead and make a video for you. Since I've been kind of lazy, and I think I better do one of these while I have the chance. I don't know what else is going on, like in the next couple weeks. I had a consult on Wednesday for getting my gallbladder taken out. I guess it was kind of like a miscommunication. Didn't quite understand, what this appointment was for. It was for a consult. I got to meet my doctor. Seems like a very nice guy. So this is kind of like a life update and makeup kind of thing all in one. So it looks like August 4th I'm gonna be going in and getting my gallbladder taken out. Apparently it is not functioning properly, so yeah, life is going to get interesting, I think, because I'm going to have to probably start, watch what I am putting in my body. But I should be doing that anyway, because I'm trying so hard to lose weight and it's just not working. So maybe this will help me out a little bit, being careful about like the spicy stuff, the greasy stuff, the stuff that really irritates my stomach. I mean, pot roast of whole things. My husband does a roast once in a while in the slow cooker, and I'm like, no, I can't do that anymore. I cannot do it. It's just the last couple times he did that, it just really super made me sick, and I'm like, no, I am not eating that. No way. Can't do it. But it sounds like it's definitely a go, and yeah, gonna get the show on the road here and show you makeup. I do have one somewhat of a new item, because I don't know if I showed this one in the last video. The new blush that I got from the Dollar Tree, or the $1.25 tree, since it's not exactly so much of a dollar anymore. Everything has to go up in price, I guess, to compensate for the fact that we're just our paychecks keep getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Crazy the way that works, right? These are the little what are they, Ioni Cosmetics, and this is the Billy, and this is in Glam Peach, and it looks like very bright pink in the box. It is quite pigmented, but once you blend it onto the skin, like right back in here, you see it. It's kind of like gives you that just that sun flush, that color that you get, especially if you're fair skin and you're looking for that little bit of sun look, that without getting burnt. This is definitely one that actually does that. And the only other blush that I ever had, that actually did that was, I think it was a LA Colors. I think it was called Peach Rose. And it kind of, did kind of like the same effect. And I'm telling you, this thing is like absolutely amazing. I did this today, with the makeup that I have on. I'm gonna kind of show you a few things and I brought out at least one item that I haven't used in a while. The hard candy. This is the Glow Dome highlighter, number 1757 in bronze. And when you put this on the skin, and especially if you have fair skin, you gotta try it. It's very shiny. It's very looks very decadent against fair skin, and I'm telling you, it just looks really good, with stuff like this. I just paired this up, with the bronzer that I put on, and I was using the natural bronzer from Rimmel. Really like this. It's the number 20 in Sunshine. I love their bronzers. I like these a heck of a lot better than the last ones that I was using, because they have not as much shimmer as the other ones that I was using. I've noticed. I think it's with the I think it's the color icon from Wet n Wild, and I'm not putting down Wet n Wild in any shape or fashion, shape or form or fashion or whatever you want to call it, but it seems like their bronzers are like loaded with shimmer. These are very minimal on the shimmer, and if you choose to put another color with it, it just looks really super amazing. These, along with it, gives a nice mirror effect, and it just really makes things look beautiful. Really beautiful. I did not use any of my lifter glosses. I have one in gold and one in bronze. I did not use those today. But when I put makeup on today, and I am making sure right now, you know, that I'm taking care of this area right in here, because I was noticing some redness, some irritation, and I figured, okay, one of my products is probably irritating my skin. So what I did is I just started, you know, getting out of the shower directly, and you know, whatever is left on my skin, you know, I take off with a little bit of sea breeze. I try to avoid this area with sea breeze because it has a little bit of alcohol in it. It has that pungent, you know, smell of menthol in it. If you use the blue for sensitive skin, I have dry and sensitive skin combo. The only oily places that I've noticed that I have are like right up in here occasionally, and because I wear a visor at work. When I was a teenager, I can remember my T-zone, like right through here, being slightly oily. But, you know, generally I am not like an oily type of, you know, skin type. But, you know, I guess I just kind of had to, you know, improvise a little bit. I did improvise, however, with two things to kind of create a different shade of foundation. I pulled out the Dream Liquid Mousse from Maybelline, and because this is a light natural ivory, number 3, it's very light. Just like a touch of that with a little bit of the Photo Focus Peach Natural from Wet n Wild. I absolutely love this stuff, but with the Peach Natural, I noticed, you know, if I don't mix it with something, it makes me look like a Barbie doll. So I kind of, you know, like, I don't want that Barbie doll look. So just take just a small little dab of it, along with an ivory, and kind of just mix it together a little bit. And in here I keep, again, find it, there it is, the little popsicle stick. I'll take the little bit of the ivory, mix it in with the peach. You get this kind of somewhat warm peachy ivory type of thing going on. And oh, let's see, let's try to find a place to get like right in these areas right here, because those are areas that kind of get affected by, you know, because I have allergies, rubbing at my face and my nose and stuff like that. And maybe, let's see, right up against my the edge of my eyeliner there. Kind of usually needs a little bit of help. I'm just going to go ahead and use my fingers to wipe off the hand using, I am not going to use the little sponge. I'm going to use my fingers, you know, just to balance out the areas that kind of need a little fixing. I am not, you know, a big, you know, powder type person anymore. I use powder on very minimal parts of my face. As soon as I blend in my makeup into, you know, most of my face anyway, there are people, you know, that only put, you know, certain types of makeup on certain parts of their face and just let it go. I mean, there are some people that would just rather use a concealer and be done with it and not, you know, even worry about a foundation. Okay, my hair is kind of getting on my nerves, so I'm gonna take a scrunchie and just pull it back a little bit. It's getting on my nerves, so I'm slowly but surely like rearranging in here a little bit, kind of cleaning up, rearranging, and all that nice good stuff. So a little bit at a time, But when I do use a powder, I use the Coty Airspun, these beautiful little Coty Airspuns. This is in translucent extra coverage, meaning extra coverage, but you know, not, you know, like all over the face. Some people just go completely nuts with the powder. You know, I don't do that anymore. I just go over the brow ridge, down through here, through those little folds, you know, that surround your mouth, and around the nose. These are like areas for me where my makeup moves a lot, and those are areas where you want to set. I usually use this little guy right here because he's technically, you know, the little guy that I keep clean, and just, you know, like just go over those places like really, really lightly with the powder, and that way you don't look like a cake face. I mean, cake face, you know, that's kind of like a 1980s thing, kind of like, you know, does not look very good. So and you'll have to forgive me, I'm just, you know, in cozy clothes for the day. I didn't feel like doing anything else. But usually once I've done that, I do something with the brows. I use I have been using the Wet n Wild kit in dark brown, before 98. I have been using the past couple times the little thing that comes with it. And even though it doesn't have a wax there anymore because I use so much of it, I'm okay with it. I just, you know, take a little bit of it and just, you know, fill it in where it's needed. I mean, if you were that desperate for, you know, for a little bit of wax, you could use like a chapstick. I don't want to waste that though, because that has hemp and shea butter, so it's kind of like, I don't want to waste that for something like that. That actually goes directly on my lips like every night religiously. I hardly ever go without something like that. I do use, finally getting over myself, the little spoolie end of it, and kind of just, you know, pushing it through there. I have been finding, as long as I keep, you know, using a little bit of, you know, kind of like a little mixing medium, sometimes just a little bit of like saline. And this is the benefit in brunette, just to keep them so they'll stay. You know, you're just stay proofing the brows technically. I do not do Instagram brows. I find them very fake looking. I don't like how it looks, so I just don't do it. So I've kind of given up on that idea. I don't like how it looks. I don't know what it is. You know, everybody, you know, there for a while, you know, the big rage was like those Instagram brows, and I'm like, no, don't think I like it. I did try it, you know, for like a couple of months, and I'm trying to think, maybe like 6 months to a year. And I'm like, you know, then my daughter told me, you know, it looks like you just slapped on your brows with a marker. Don't do that. So yeah, I took my daughter's advice. She's gonna be 18 in December. Oh my gosh, it's going so fast. Holy cow. It's nuts. She's a stunning girl. She is. She has that Native American Indian in there from her dad, and she's got a bunch of other stuff from me, you know. Wow. Usually, after doing all that, let's see, yes, all that, I go for the eyes. This is the Sephora Pocket Palette that I've been using. This is the Sun Shadows in Golden Hour. These beautiful sun tones. Oh my gosh. In the crease, you're seeing a mix of this beautiful creamy orange, and then a little bit of this burnt, I guess kind of like a burnt orange, kind of like a mix in there. And you know, I kind of just went gradient with it to make that kind of, so the rest of the makeup kind of pops. It's kind of like something to get it going, a transition. There we go, a transition. I have this on E. Maybe I need to up that light a little bit. I do have an extra little mirror over here. It was my daughter's. I don't know if she'll ever use it again. She has a new mirror. I eventually need to get a new mirror, but you know, eventually. Right in this space right down in here on the lid, my sister. My weird sister. My weird sister. Onto the lid, I came over here up in the corner, and it looks like it's really, really chunky and full of like all sorts of shimmer or glitter or whatever you want to call it. But you know, if you rub your finger on this, oh my gosh, look at this. It is kind of like a an earthy bronze. It's really, really beautiful. Just, I used my finger technically, and I just, you know, take a little bit of that from off the back of my hand there with a brush and just, you know, laid it in there. These are brushes from Lancome, which I absolutely love. I love their brushes. They're nice and soft. They're not, you know, stiff or anything. They're just really, really super nice brushes. Just have just a little bit more on there, just to give it a go. And I went back with that clean brush, came right in here. It almost looks like a shade of pink. It's kind of like a shade of linen, and just popped it right over the top, just to technically give it a nice clean blur, and to keep it nice and blended so it looks professional. You can do a professional makeup if you have the right products and the right brushes. Even if you have, you know, cheaper makeup, you can make it look very, very professional if you do it right. If you have some idea of what you're doing, you're good. It's all good. Honestly, it is. You're fine. I also use that brush to contour my nose because of how small it is. I can, you know, get in there along the edge. Some people just use their fingers. That's all good too. Oh yeah. And lately, instead of a black, I've been using a brown black instead, and not, you know, pulling so much for my my waterproof liquid eyeliner, because this one's more like a felt tip, which I like. I use this for more dramatic looks. I love it. But I think a brown black kind of, you know, just accentuates earthy colors a little bit better. But if you're going for those, you know, dramatic coal black or dark blue or something, you know, for evening, go for the black. Unless you're trying, you know, to keep your eyes looking a little more on the demure side. I usually go for top and bottom, coming in from the end here and coming inwards. Usually I'm not that good, but you know, I have perfected a little method. Sometimes I'll just come, you know, completely the whole way over and then flick it. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, going the whole way and then into the flick. Because, you know, flicks can be hard enough, but, you know, if you do it just like lining the whole eyelid first and then flick it, it works. And I do usually crimp my lashes before I even line, because if I do it the opposite way, I make a huge mess of it. And if you're wondering what's underneath my eyes, it's the Superstay, the Maybelline Full Coverage Under Eye Concealer. It's a really, really nice one, and I thought, you know, when I saw it, you know, it's like, okay, that's going to be a good one for, you know, replacing any one of my concealers whenever they decide to give out and be done. So, let's see here. Go ahead and pop that away. Usually, there for a while, I was using the Peacock Flare. I pulled out my Maybelline Falsies. You know, just enough, you know, to give yourself a little bit of a... And I really, really like her stuff. I have, like, a lot of products at my disposal. I'm just, you know, trying to, you know, keep it like a nice, soft, fluffy look to the lashes. I'm not, you know, looking, you know, for, like, huge, dramatic effect. And this definitely does work for that. I do have other mascaras that do the same thing, but I felt like pulling this one out. It's a nice one. I like that. Usually it goes from foundation to brows to eyes and then to the rest of the makeup. I do contour, and the only reason why I contour is because I think it pulls out my better features. I used to have, when I was younger, I didn't always have, you know, a chubby face. I think I've always had somewhat of a, it used to be somewhat, maybe prominently oval a little bit. I look more like my dad. Some people say, no, you look more like your mom. But when I contour, I use a contour stick. This is the double-ended from Wet n Wild, and this one is in Fair, I believe. No, light to medium. So this is like the lightest one, which I kind of need, and I usually just pop down the sides, especially my nose, because I have a nose like my dad, so it's kind of like a little like broad through here, and then I have this little it almost looks like a little bulb at the bottom there. A bulbous little Irish nose. That is okay. I usually do this because I don't like my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and take that little brush back. Here we go. Here we go. Down sides. And then pushing up on both sides. And I swear to you, if you have this problem, it'll thin your nose. It'll look like you have a brand new nose. without getting, you know, a nose job. It's like you're giving yourself your own nose job cosmetically without having to have cosmetic surgery. Who the heck needs that? I don't. I am so glad I don't need stuff like that. Just gonna go ahead and blend that highlight down just a little more. Contouring is a great thing. You can, you know, thin down the jawline, you know, take down the look of the double chin. Little Jenny sitting there. She's crazy. Sitting there making me look like a chubby little kid. Crazy. Crazy. But, whatever. It's genetics. Just setting. I use a matte bronzer. This is the Healthy Wear from Physicians Formula. It is in light. Looks deceivingly kind of medium. Just gonna use my fingers just to set. You do want to use something that is kind of like flat or matte, kind of ashy, to set it, especially against like fair medium skin. It works out a little bit better and it looks a little more natural. When it comes up here, I try to look for more of a softer sculpt. And like I said, I used the bronzer, the blush, and these lips. I kind of have a new item here. This I've had for a while. This is the Revlon Kiss Plumping Lip Cream. Really like this, and I did, you know, decide to put one in my cart for Walmart so I can get another one eventually. This stuff is oh so amazing. Really like it. It's this one is in number 520 in Fresh Petal. It's kind of like a coral, like a cool toned coral, instead of like a coral that's a little too warm. I'll go ahead and pull my hair back down. It's not so annoying now. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at all that wave. That texture. Nice texture. These Wet n Wild, and they do these once in a great while. The Color Icon, the Zodiac collection, and this one's in Aries. Every year the star alignment makes the color look different. I remember when Aries used to be a really dark, almost like an ox blood, you know, kind of like a really dark black cherry kind of. This year the stars are aligned for more of a kind of like a, when I looked at it on the shelf, it almost looked like a bronzy pink, but it goes with the makeup. This actually could go with anything. I kind of, you know, like that, you know. And it's not something, you know, that I'm just gonna goes back into the drawer and, you know, never to be used again. That's something I will use. My husband always says, oh, that's something you're gonna forget about. It gets put in your drawer and you'll forget about it. You won't use it. I'm like, yes, I will. I've been using it. So if you see these little things at the Dollar Tree or the $1.25 tray, whatever it is now, try it out, because it's creating that beautiful flush. It's making you look like you've been in the sun. I mean, a little bit of that and a little bit of bronzer and you're good. It works. I think that's all for right now. Can't forget that moisture spray. The Instant Revive, you know, for dry, lackluster skin. The Collagen and Rose Water. the stuff that I got from Marshalls. Good old Marshalls. Absolutely love that place. Good stuff. A little bit of that right over the makeup, you know, just, you know, revives it, you know, makes it look nice and, you know, plump and like it's been, you know, like instant moisture. It's great. Thanks guys for turning back. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Love you so much.